I'm Gregory Quinlan. I'm the president and founder of the Center for Garden State Families and Christian Family Advocacy Organization. I'm here representing members of our organization that live here in Barnegat and another organization which is going to cause the heckling from the tolerant group, Ex-Gay is Okay. I am a former homosexual, and I lived 10 years of my life as an out and open homosexual and a gay activist for the Human Rights Campaign Fund, the largest gay and lesbian political organization in the country. I'm here standing for all those people who've left homosexuality. Why? Because homosexuality is not born. No one is born gay. Let me tell you some studies. Show you science. Not Leviticus 18, not Romans 1, but let me talk about some science, or the lack of it. The American Psychiatric Association says this: there are no replicated scientific studies supporting any specific biologic etiology for homosexuality. That's a quote. There's not a shred of scientific evidence that shows anyone is born gay. A lot of hyperbole, a lot of wishful thinking, a lot of conjecture, a lot of made-up theories, but nothing that supports anyone being born gay. The American Psychological Association, the non-MDs, said the same thing. They just used 2 paragraphs, and I don't want to memorize that. But you can go look it up. It's on the internet. You can check it out. The other point we need to understand, too, is that when I was with the Human Rights Campaign Fund, and we worked to get Bill Clinton elected, to pay back the Human Rights Campaign Fund for their success in helping him get elected, he picked Democrat Francis Collins, world-renowned geneticist in NIH, to map the Human Genome Project. The Human Genome Project was done to map the human gene because every homosexual, a lot of heterosexuals, believed there had to be a gay gene. 13-year project, multiple millions of dollars. Lots of scientists worked on this. And at the end of it, they concluded this. This is what Dr. Francis Collins, Democrat, appointed by Democrat Bill Clinton, said. Quote, homosexuality is not hardwired, end quote. Right. Homosexuality is a developmental gender identity disorder. Developed, not innate. Acquired, not inborn. No one is born gay. Homosexuality is because of your upbringing. We are a porn-addicted society. Sexual molestation, early sexualization is what causes this developmental gender identity disorder. This isn't my opinion. This is fact.
That is your opinion.
No, it's not. It's fact. It's science. You can look it up. But I'm not the only one who's I'm not the only one. There's an actual, she's a lesbian activist. She's a feminist. She's at Harvard University. Her name is Camille Paglia. And she says this, quote, homosexuality is not normal. On the contrary, it is a challenge to the norm. Nature exists whether academics like it or not. And in nature, procreation is the simple, relentless rule. That is the norm. Our sexual bodies were designed for reproduction. No one is born gay. The idea is ridiculous. Homosexuality is an adaptation, not an inborn trait. End quote. Camille Paglia, lesbian activist, feminist, said this. Here's why we should care about what she said and what the science says, because it's science. It's not religion. What we are doing here, everything that is LGBT is a faith-based assumption. We are endorsing a religion. And we talked about the separation of church and state, which, by the way, separation, church, and state aren't in the First Amendment. Freedom of speech is, but the first freedom in the First Amendment is the freedom of religion, not from it.
That's right.
And the reason why it's the first one is because you don't have freedom of speech without it.
That's right.
Without the freedom to believe. This is why it's so important, because I know as an ex-gay activist now, telling people the truth about this, what it's like to tell others that you can leave homosexuality, even in the churches. I have a scar across my nose because I was decked in the face by a gay activist in Chicago. I have death threats on Facebook. That's for real. And even Facebook responded to it. Just because I say I have a right of self-determination and I can change from being gay to straight. We all have a right of self-determination. If you want to live as an LGBT person, that is up to you. You have the freedom and the right to do that. but you should be making those decisions as an adult, not as a child.
Amen.
And even the man, and even the gentleman who may have been gay, well, that's it. But even the gentleman who may have been gay, who broke the Enigma code, that is his contribution to society, not the fact who he sleeps with.
That's right.
Thank you.
Thank you.